Welcome to Too Cool for School Musical Instruments. You can find us on the web at cooldiscountinstruments.com, and I'm here today to show you the Glen Burton line of effects pedals, stomp boxes if you will, and because I'm really impressed with these things. They're super sturdy metal construction. They're like, I mean, that's like, these things are heavy, and they come in all flavors: the flanger, chorus, distortion, fuzz, EQ, phaser, a tuner, even all that stuff. So I'm going to show you what there are. I'm playing from, here's the signal chain, awesome Minarik Goddess, going through short tweed cable into the Glen Burton FL70 flanger to start with, out through a longer cable for some reason into the input of our Marshall JCM900 head. All these things are for sale on the website, by the way. 100 watt head. We're going into the clean channel, channel A, which is set at 50% on the preamp and like 25% on the master. No reverb, and the EQ, actually, it's kind of dimed right here. The EQ, we've got the bass up and the treble up, and the mids down, but it sounds good. So let's just leave it that way. And we're playing through a Marshall JCM900 1960 lead 4x12 cabinet with Celestians inside. Okay, so let's go. Just going to play some basic chords. This is clean. That's a bypass. Now this is not a true bypass pedal. It has an input buffer. It's a really good, strong sounding input buffer though. And here's the flanger on. I've got everything at 50%. The depth, the rate, and the resonance. Ooh, man, I hope the speakers for warmth. I'm the low end here. It's really warm. That is cool. Let's go 75% depth. Let's do a little chugging with it. So that's with the depth up. Let's turn the rate up and we'll get some kind of spacey sounds going. Starting to wig out, and then resonance if we want to get really wild. We'll turn the resonance up. Get that jet plane sound going. Actually, no, that's not the jet plane sound. There we go. This is a little faster rate. So that's with the resonance all the way up. A lot of times you don't want to do that. I thought the 50%, 75%, maybe a little less sounded really good. Alright, let's move on. We're going to do all the pedals here. That's the flanger. Okay, let me stand by the amp. By the way, they all come in this really cool box. It's cardboard. Okay, it's not that cool, but it's a box. And that's what it looks like. I'm using that to lean the pedals on. I'm using, instead of a battery, I'm using a power supply just for convenience sake. Right now, we are moving on to, I believe this is the parametric EQ pedal. There's also a graphic EQ pedal that we do not have. We sold out of that one so quick. So here is the graphic. Get out of standby. Okay, so right now everything is, oh, I'm sorry, this is the HM, this is not a parametric EQ pedal, this is a distortion pedal. So let's do this. We got the gain. I can't do the heavy metal stuff. This is a heavy metal pedal. We've got the gain, and then we've got tone controls. We've got concentric knobs here for the high, and you can hear that hiss come up when I turn the high way up and the low. So we've got those in the middle, and this is the mids. So this is actually parametric EQ on the mids, concentric knobs. So the outer pedal, the inner is the boost, and the outer is the wedge frequency. So right now I'm going to cut, because like Dimebag Daryl, he always cut the mids. He had that V shape going on in his EQ. We got a lot of distortion going on. Something like that, right? So that's like a heavy metal pedal. Bypass. There you go. So anyways, I want you to hear that. I'm hoping this is coming out well on the speakers. Oh shoot, I forgot to bypass or stand by the amp. There we go. Alright, let's go for something cool here. Let's go for the delay. Alright. Trying to move fast here just so I can do all these pedals in one go. I don't want to have a million videos. Alright, so right now, put the amp back on. Okay, clean, bypassed. Let's put everything at 50%, see what happens. Hey, what do you know? Okay, so there's that. You got a feedback control, which is how many times it's looping into itself, feeding back. You got your time, which is obvious, and then your delay. I mean your level. So you can have it fast. I mean loud, the slapback. That's a long delay. Let's go for like a slapback. There's your slapback. Let's go for something more longer. It's a delay, okay? But it's actually really nice sounding. Okay. It's a digital delay, so it doesn't have that kind of echo, space echo or tape echo kind of sound. It's a digital, so it has a really clean delay, which a lot of times you want. I would compare it to like one of the Boss DD3 delays maybe, and that's what kind it is. Okay, stand by the amp. I keep forgetting to do that. This is an overdrive pedal, so let's check this out. Power. We drop in these power cords. I can't emphasize how much these are built like a tank. These are super sturdy pedals. So you can stomp on these things all day long. Really heavy. Alright. Here it is. Right now it's bypassed. And I'm going to turn it on. The tone in the middle, level in the middle, and the drive in the middle. That's pretty good bluesy drive right there. This is the OD60. Let's dirty up the tone, muddy up the tone a bit, and drive it a little less. Turn the level up a little bit, see what we get. So play this guitar so dang much. I'm just going to put the jack because I got to tighten the jack. Okay, we're going to edit this part. Okay, here's the DS60 distortion pedal. Now, a lot of people are asking, what's the difference between overdrive and distortion? And really, I'm going to tell you an answer, and I could be wrong, but this is how I've had it explained to me. Is overdrive is really what you do when you overdrive the preamp or the input of your amplifier, the preamp stage, and you get a real crunchy kind of, you know, just kind of melting the sound waves a bit and breaking up a bit. They call breaking up, crunch, stuff like that. That's overdrive. Real bluesy, classic kind of Fender blackface, hitting that hard, or something like that kind of sound. Distortion, on the other hand, I think is more like where you're overdriving the actual power amp stage of the amplifier. Now, you know, argue with me all you want, you'll probably be right, but that's how I've had it explained to me. So that's the difference, and you might hear the difference here. So this is clean, and here is the distortion. Okay, so that's that. You can really crank it up, the distortion. Has a nice creamy high end to it, actually. You can really turn that up, the highs on it. Ooh, that actually didn't sound too hot. I like it in the middle better. Ooh, yeah, in the middle there, that's total like a metallic Dimebag Darrell kind of sound. Okay. There's like a muddier kind of tone. Might be good for backup rhythm guitar and stuff. Alright, so there you have it. Bypass that one. Move on to the next. Stand by the amp. Probably gonna edit this, hopefully. Okay. Okay, much like the Flanger, the chorus has controls for speed, depth, and what they call this effects level. But they're very similar effects. So this is clean. Okay, now here's with the effect. It's a real tight sounding chorus right there. Turn the depth up. That was all 50% at everything. And the level up a bit. Now we're getting into those real thick choruses. Even turn the speed down a bit and still get. Oh yeah, that's nice. Almost has like a 12-string kind of sound to it. Let's max everything out and see what that's like. Yeah, that's what I expected. Pretty cool for an effect, but not terribly useful. But in these sounds, man, this is sounding nice. And some single note stuff. Nice, very nice chorus pedal. So, is that it? Oh, the most exciting pedal to listen to is coming up next. If you don't know me by now, I'm totally lying. This is the tuner. Okay, so it has two outputs. I think one of them is bypassed, and one of them lets the sound through, and the other one doesn't. In other words, let's see. Let's see. Okay. So that's a battery check right there, I think. Oh no. This one is not letting the sound come through. This is bypassing the sound. All this time I've been out of tune? Oh my goodness. See, and you thought I was just playing bad. I was out of tune. I was at a disadvantage. Okay, I wasn't that much out of tune. So, let's see what happens when we plug it to the other. Oh, I see. Okay. So that lets it. As you can see, so that turns you off while tuning. I prefer that because I don't want to hear people. Who wants to listen to somebody tune? I mean, come on. I hate that. So as you can see, it's super bright. Well, I don't know. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. I could see that from a mile away on the dark stage. So cool. I'm glad. I'm glad it's like that. I hadn't actually tried this before, but it works great. Not much to listen to though. So anyhow, that's it for the Glen Burton tuner or Glen Burton pedals. There is also a Graphic EQ pedal, which we don't have in stock. We sold out of them right away. Everyone was buying them. I don't know if maybe we were selling them too cheap. No, we sold everything too cheap. I guess that's a good thing. And then we also have a phaser pedal. And that one I played, and I love this phaser pedal. I love that kind of effect, but it sounds awesome. So of the pedals that are my favorite, I like this distortion pedal. I love the tone of it right at 12 o'clock for some reason. It just sounds great at any level of distortion. I love that pedal. I really like the Flanger pedal. I'm a big fan of the Flanger pedal. It just has a classic sound, and it's got tons of character. And I like the phaser pedal a lot, which I can't show you, I'm sorry, because we sold out of it really quickly. I guess other people liked it too. I'm not a hugest fan of, I'm not a heavy metal player, and this definitely gives you that heavy metal sound, being able to dial in your mid frequencies and cut them out and stuff. That's usually what the metal guys do, I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So this would be a very useful pedal to you guys that are shredders. And the overdrive, it sounds great, don't get me wrong, but I like to get my overdrive sounds by driving the amp, with a boost pedal. It's just me. But this distortion pedal, I would totally put that on my pedal board. It just sounds great. It's nice and creamy, right? And that tone is just sweet right there at 12 o'clock. And the flanger, I love the sound. I would put these and the tuner on my board right now. And I got to do a video of my pedal board sometime. A lot of people drool over pedal board because I'm a geek about the pedals. I've got some Wren and Cuff, awesome fuzz pedals, and the Moger Foger pedals. I've got the Orion chorus. That's the only reason I wouldn't use this one, is because this one does sound great, but I've already got an Orion made in Japan vintage stereo chorus that I love. I have a Ross phase distortion, which is super cool, an Octavia pedal, things like that. I've got some high-end stuff, and in saying that, yes, this could go on my pedal board. Yes, this could definitely go on my pedal board. Of course, the tuner, I could actually use the tuner, because I use like a clip-on tuner, but a stage tuner would be great for gigging. I talked so much, don't I? The delay, I already have a Moger Foger delay, so yeah, I probably wouldn't put this on my board. But does it sound good? Yeah. It sounds like a Boss DD3, but probably for like half the price. I can't remember what we're selling these for. And that's it. And the phaser, which is not here. The phaser is pretty awesome. I would definitely put that on my board. Okay, thanks guys. Remember, Too Cool for School Music. You can find us on the web at cooldiscountinstruments.com. And I hope to see you there. Check out these pedals. Tell them Steve sent you. Bye.